on here. Okay, back with another live stream. And I'm on my old Lenovo i5 because my HP server won't boot. It's running Fedora 32, and I was on it this morning, and messing around and stuff, and then they had some kernel updates, and they've got a lot of them lately, and I haven't had. Well, it's the first time I've had a no boot on this Fedora 32. First time in a long time, anyway. Like, gosh, on an update, I don't know, several years. I don't even remember when. So I messed around with just the camera pointing at the screen and rebooting and doing this and doing that, and I decided to boot it to a live USB. But so I had to get on this machine to set one up because I don't have one, and so I'll go ahead and download Fedora 33. I don't have it downloaded on this machine. And let's make sure everything looks good on my stream. The sound. And I have to put the headphones on. Let's make sure everything looks good on my stream. Yeah. Let's put them on for a second. Let's make sure it sounds right. And I have to put the headphones on. Yeah, there we go. Make sure everything looks good on my stream. Yeah. Let's put them on for a second. Let's make sure it sounds right. And pause that. I'm going to have to go ahead and, I know I got to close the browser. This machine will just get overwhelmed real easy. Okay, so now there's one thing I didn't do. I kept thinking about it, and then I decided not to, but the more I was thinking about it while I was getting all this set up. I didn't unplug the sound card, the USB sound card, and what if that was it? Let's see, I tried messing around with the keyboards, unplugging, doing this, doing that. The only thing, I've got, I don't know how many videos it did it. I know I did messed around with it for a long time, so it's 2, 3, 4 videos, 20 minutes each one, of me. I haven't got them off the camera yet, but of me, trying different things to get it to boot. So I'm going to move the camera. Let's see, I've only got the one camera going, so I guess I will switch to the wireless mic. Let me do that. All right, check 1, 2, and check. Whoops. Yep. I'm using the lapels to the phone to a Bluetooth adapter now instead of the Wi-Fi, and it's actually more delayed. Well, I think the phones are causing that because these are old enough that I don't even know what the Bluetooth is on them, probably 3 or something, and this is 5, which it shouldn't really have any delay. But anyway, trying to think. Well, I'll just move the camera the way I have to move it to do things. So I'll get over here and get this cable out. Now, because I want to move. So here's where can barely see the lights in there, and I'm going to turn it on. Oh, I'm going to unplug the USB sound card that I use. Let's see, what else do I have? Now I do have I won't do that yet. I'll do it. I have a USB monitor up there, and I need to get myself all situated pretty quickly here. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay, now I can zoom. No, I can't. I'm doing the USB. Well, yeah, I think I still can. Let's try that. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I know it gets grainy when you zoom. There. I think it's still better to do that. Oops, it really was centered, wasn't it? Okay. Now, yeah, I don't have the control over the lighting though, like I did when it's in regular camera mode. That is one of the problems. Okay. It takes a while, you know, it's a server. But now that's funny. Oh, I guess that's just how crooked that tripod is. Didn't realize it was that crooked. There we go. It's beginning to boot up. Yeah, it'll probably wash out. If it did boot, it'll probably wash out. So you can see the reflection. If I bring down the brightness, or the, not the brightness, but I can't think of which one it is in there, but in that camera, but you can't do that over USB. I was recording straight to the camera earlier, and I was able to make it to where you could. It doesn't look like it's too bad, though. Just looking at the preview here. I'm watching that instead of the screen. And it just goes, well, we'll just take it as it comes. If it boots up, I'll be glad, but I'll be pissed that I didn't already try that. ILO configure the P410i. It's got an error for quite a while. The backup of the Ray accelerator doesn't work. It's got a gig of you know, onboard backup. To hold data if you lose power, you know, to keep it from breaking the operating system and stuff like that. But anyway, it's actually not working, and it's been that way for a while. I don't know why. I don't know if the battery's bad, or I haven't looked into it yet. Need to do that at some point. Now, let's see if the keyboard works. Oops. It works now. It didn't work before, and I messed up my view. I hit the wrong keyboard. Okay. Now, it hasn't been booted into that kernel, but I don't know why suddenly it works. You know what? Must have been that USB sound card after all, because I don't care what, you know, I had them separately, had them together. The keyboard would not boots up before I go to the other kernel. That was something I'd never seen happen before. Well, and I never did use that. I've had these USB sound cards, 2 of them for years, but I never really use them. Well, let's see if it does the same thing again. Looks like it's doing it. Same thing. Okay, yeah, it looks just the same as it did. Let me get up here. Now, there's no way I can make it where that can be read. It's so small on that big old monitor. But I have to get over here to read it. The same thing. Looks like it's the same. Actually, it's showing the kernel and stuff now. And I have not been seeing any errors to give me any clue. It's just, but this is not the normal boot screen. This is showing hardware information. But I don't remember seeing. Oh yeah, that's all the same up there. Okay, let's go back down here. Okay, I only have the Wi-Fi is connected to the other machine now. So, okay, same information as it's been doing. Yeah. And it probably won't take Control-Alt-Delete to reboot it, but we'll try it. It's pretty hard to remember which keyboard. And let's see. Yeah, there we go. It'll take it and it'll read it, but it just hangs there. It doesn't reboot. It's what it does with the wireless keyboard. It won't do really anything, but just with the other keyboard. It's just really strange. Anything can happen. So, but I just didn't think there was no error. It was just saying it sees all. Into it is well, I have my long cable coming over here, the USB hub that the keyboard's and I still do have my 8 terabyte USB backup drive plugged in. I didn't want to unplug that because I didn't think it was a problem, and because it's really hard to get to in the back of the machine. I can't reach it without twisting that server around and doing all kinds of fun stuff. But let me get up there where I can read it and see if it's even going to try to reboot. All it did was just say, "3 callbacks suppressed." That's something, I don't know what it means. Everything says success. Lib system D, host name. It's talking about host name stuff. Doesn't make sense. And then Logitech device connected. What did it do? Go to sleep. Control delete again. Okay. See if it. Okay. I've done this over and over, so what I'm going to do is hard shut it down and turn it back on again. All the green lights are on, no yellow lights, no nothing. Okay, back to turning it back on again. Yeah, I haven't seen any error lights on the front of the machine. And so this time I want to try and catch it. I just don't have that keyboard like that. I'll try to use it again. It takes a while for that to all come up. And I think I'll switch back to the SM58. Phone running so long today with the sorry, I forgot I wasn't on the mic. Had it running so long that it was down to 43% by the time I started this video. The phone battery. I'm not sure how long I've been running it, but well, looks like it runs probably half as long. Well, I ran it outside before all day long. I don't know. Well, I left the Bluetooth app running. Looks like that thing might have dropped down a little bit. Is it moving? The camera. But looks crappy being crooked like that. But I need to be right here to catch the. I'm going to select the old kernel. That's what I was trying to do, and I couldn't get any keyboard to work. Either one of the normal one I use is the HP USB keyboard. I thought it was doing it. And it doesn't wait too long, about 20 seconds or so, so I got to be right here to catch it. And it the server does take a little bit longer to boot up the way I have it set because it shows all the information, but you need that if something goes wrong. So I just want to leave it like that where I can see it, because I can't remember what keys to hit or anything. I need it to tell me. Got too many machines to remember that. Oh, too many different kinds of machines. But it sees my hard drives. You know, it sees. I mean, it's trying. No problem with any of that. For a moment there, I was thinking, okay, is it trying to boot to the USB hard drive? But no. Here we go. Yep. So that kernel that it's trying to boot to is 5.11.7.100. FC32 x86 64. So let's go to the previous one. The one. Sorry. Dadgummit. hit enter. That camera is dropping. I see that it's still a little lower. Okay, well, it's beginning to boot. Now I'll hit a key, so we'll see the... I'm going to fix that camera before I lose it. I don't know what was going on there. It was pretty tight. So it didn't seem like there was anything wrong. Let's see. I will have to use... I don't like doing that, but we'll try it. I think it's booted up. I'll have to use the wireless mouse and keyboard. I can't type good on them or anything. So we'll see. I may have. I can't do it very well. I may have to switch, but then I won't be able to see my live stream. What's going on with my live stream? So I was thinking I was going to have to make a USB stick and do all that, but now I'm going to just, you know, once it boots up, I'll just go into the boot logs and stuff. But I'll have to show what I'm doing with the camera because, okay, it's booted. And that's what I get is a command prompt, and I have to log in from the command prompt because I installed it with the Fedora server install, but it's Fedora 32-mate desktop is what I got on here. And then Start X, which is I'm just using the arrow keys to get to it because it's already in there. And you hit enter, but at least that worked. I kind of understand, and that worked after I unplugged that USB sound card. But it's still something wrong because it won't boot. I don't know if the video driver is not working, because that's the only thing I haven't seen mentioned is the video driver. Every other thing I have, you know, in there, other hard peripherals, they all show up there in that little screen. It's also a screen I know I've seen it before, but I've never done anything with it. It's never, you know, I've never seen one not boot and be in that screen that I can remember. If it was, I just hard shut it down, turned it back on, and it was fine. That's not the case here. So, back into Fedora. See, I always like to open up my system monitor. Well, at least you can kind of tell. You know, you're not gonna be able to read it, but you can see what's going on here. Can't really get much closer. I could get a tiny bit closer, but you still couldn't read it. So, of course, this should be just normal. Shouldn't be anything wrong. It's not using really any. This server I have. It's a 264 processor, 24 cores with hyper-threading, 64 gig of RAM. And just to sit here and idle like this, you know, it's hardly using anything. I mean, now you're starting to get a little bit of readout, little spikes here and there. But mostly probably because I was doing all that. So I think the best thing to do here is to go into Cockpit, the remote admin, and see what it has to say about what's been going on in this thing. Keep thinking about I'm trying to get my power cord out and see if I can plug it in while I'm the wireless mic, so that when I want to use it, I'm getting it out. I think I can just plug it in with it. I've got the phone in a bag, you know, on my hip. If I can get to it good enough, then I should be able to just plug it in. I might have to take the whole thing off. Let's see. Hopefully I can just plug it in, let it be charging, and just leave it open because I don't want it to get overheated. Yeah, I think I can leave it like that. And as long as I don't forget and get up and break something, it'll be all right. Okay, so it's open up. I guess I hadn't tried to open up Firefox yet. It should be open by now if I had. Yeah, that's a 43-inch TV monitor. I really like it. 8 gigabyte video card. I don't think I said that a minute ago. That I've got on here. Yeah, see now. You know, I think that setting on the no. I think I'm just lucky that there's not a lot of bright light behind the monitor. The sun's going on around the corner. I set whenever I had it. Just when you're just running the camera, the settings are different. Well, there are no settings. Those settings don't do anything is what I'm trying to say. Well, that's good. That's the best I've ever seen it. Sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't really. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and check my stream. Well, I don't have to do that from there. Okay. See if I can find it. Yeah, I think that will go there. There we go. Log in as root so that I can see everything. Yeah, I can look through the updates history and all that and see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, let's go to the logs first. See if we can figure out. I just realized I can get out of that app that does my, you're supposed to, I got out of it. It'll charge it a lot better without running, that app. That app, it's called Bluetooth mic. That's how I get my mic to broadcast. And it's just something I found separately from the USB. From the Bluetooth adapter that I bought. Okay. What do we got here? Failed at step, user spawning, user bin, sync thing. No process. Same thing over and over and over and over. So that's sync thing. No such process. I don't know what sync thing is, but it was a little exclamation point marks off. Let's see, print screen. Get me a screenshot of that. But that's probably it. It kept trying to do that. Okay, what's this? It keeps moving. I'm trying to get up here and manage objects. Oh, Pulse Audio. Okay, now that would probably be because of that USB. Oh, it's jumping around so much I don't even know if I can catch it to click on it. You can get more information, but I want to see the overall same thing. And then what's that? Firewall, unexpected. And now kernel. Those were system D, kernel. This is all today, so dang it. How do they expect you to read this with it jumping around every time it does something? I don't even know what sync thing is. SYNCTHING. User service. CPU frequency. Complain to system vendor. What? Quit jumping around. God dang you, piece of junk. I can't read them. I can't even find them again. Is there some way to stop that? I guess it's bringing in new errors over and over. Doesn't seem to be jumping when you're up there, but when you get on down here to where I'm trying, stuff that's actually maybe telling me something, and it's way on down here. Oops. There. I clicked on that. Okay, this is the Pulse Audio. Pulse Audio network connection? What? When was this? Today? Yeah, that's today. Alright. Don't quite understand that. This mouse doesn't have a back button on it. My Microsoft Intel mouse has those extra 2 more buttons. Whoops. Listen, that happens to me with both mouses. You roll the wheel and it does that sometimes. Come on. I think it just hasn't repopulated the window. That's what it is. Go down there about where I think I need to be. There seems to be some stuff really wrong here. Stuff I've never seen before. See right there, services. Something keeps blinking on services, I just noticed on the left. Makes you think about, it kind of makes me think of something like malware, which I've never had hit. Never had malware hit me on Linux since 2005, maybe once. My file system got broken once. I won't go into that, but I clicked on something clicked on something on the internet. Somebody sent me on Facebook. I think it was on MySpace, way before Facebook was even a thing, and it locked up my computer, and I didn't want to wait. I just shut it down, and that broke the file system. So don't know that app thing actually broke the file system. I may have just unlucky as to when I shut it down. But anyway, doesn't mean it can't happen. But FC Linux, see Fedora, that's one reason why one of the main things I love about Fedora is it has SC Linux. And it stops, so far has always stopped anything that could be dangerous, before it happens. I can't get back down into that area where I was, or else I've already passed it. I'm not sure. I remember this still just in the system D. It must have been, I wasn't that far down. I was somewhere over in there, I guess. I don't know where I was. I know it was saying it wasn't systemd errors, it was something else. The far right has what it is. Well, anyway, I can't find it. Let's go over to the services and see what it is that keeps blinking, and maybe I'll see something. This could have been going on right here, though, and I just didn't know it because it wasn't. I've never seen this, though. I've never seen anything blinking in you know, in services like that. And there's a one, a red circle with a one in it. And I think that's just the way that stupid log thing is. It just, as long as other things are being build and new, I would think ACMOD should be turned on. Oh, ACMOD shut down. Okay. Now I don't see. Oh, there it goes. It did it one more time. Now you can see all your services. You can turn them on and turn them off and stuff, but you can mess things up too. I have been able to. Some of it I understand pretty well. Some of it I don't. You know what they do. I mean, there's so many services running in a Linux system. And there's so many, I don't think there's a way to, like, you know, they're just kind of, I guess they're in alphabetical order. And some are in, at least it's that big blue button now. It didn't used to be like that. You can see pretty quickly. It's just so far, you know, between the stuff. Anyway, you can't, well, maybe you can. Filter by, let's see, are you in, oh, let's try error. Nope. Running. Tap in running and I get 3 things that are disabled. What? Okay, so that's not going to help. I was, oh, enabled. Let's do that. Nope. So it's searching within like the text of the, it's not searching the buttons over here. Okay, I'm going to go back to the logs again and see if there's some way I can get it to where it's readable. I was finding the clues and then it went nuts on me and I couldn't ever find that. Haven't been able to find that spot again. I may have to I was thinking I'd go ahead and reformat pretty soon with Fedora 33 anyway, but then I started changing my mind because I installed, I want to run my web server is running on an old laptop, and I don't want to keep it like that. This is a real server. As long as I think I can safely run it, I was going to try to run it in the virtual machine. I'd already tried well, actually, I can show it here in a minute. Virtual machines, I set them up, and you can set. That's how you set them up now with Cockpit. And anyway, they seem to make the machine run. Well, I did Fedora 33, something blue, new thing, just to see what it was like, and it was just working the machine too much, making it too noisy. And so I put a VirtualBox on there, and it was okay. It didn't make it noisy or anything, but I did leave it running all night one night because I was trying to get it to do something, and it locked the machine up. Next day, it was just locked up when I got up. So you know, if that's a typical thing with VirtualBox, and they don't have VirtualBox in Fedora 33. You have to. It's not in the repo. You have to manually install it. So there must be some problems, I'm thinking. Either they just want you to use theirs, but they usually don't. Oh, wait a minute. That's in RPM Fusion anyway. That article, I think, might have been talking about the normal Fedora repos. Okay, back to what you're trying to figure out, Don. Why? Where is, okay. Priority error. Error and above. Let's try. really responding well at all. There we go. Emergency, alert, critical. Let's start with critical. Okay. Maybe it'll filter out some stuff. Let's see. Watchdog did not stop in the kernel. Okay, that's better. Watchdog did not stop. System D core dump. Of course, I've been hard shutting it down like 5 or 6, 5, 6, 7 times today. So there's going to be some errors caused by that, I'm sure. Let's go on back. February 27, 28. Okay, so that has been happening. Watchdog did not stop. Oh, that's something that's not happening when you shut down, it looks like. But that's not my problem because it's been happening all the way back to. It's happening in February too. Okay. Let's just try alert now. Okay. Maybe I'm going the wrong way. No, I'm not. Only emergency. See, no emergency. Already did critical. It is a critical error though. Oh, that's error and above. Well, that's where I was thinking I wanted to go anyway. Text. Oh. Let's see if we can add. Oh, you can't. Yeah, you can. I don't know if I can do this. I've never tried, but we'll see. Let's see. Oh. EL. It sure isn't responding well. Let's see. Yeah, it didn't help. I don't think. It's like it didn't change anything, actually. Well, you know what? That is actually not usable the way it is. I don't know why they got it like that. I can look at logs other ways. I'm going to try that. But since I said I would show it, let's go in here. Virtual machines. I have one, Fedora Silver Blue set up, and it's turned off everything. But it's better learning if you've never done it before, and like this. It was for me. I'm pretty familiar with setting up virtual machines well, I've used QEMU some, mostly VirtualBox, and this whole interface, it's just a completely different interface. So, but once you get it figured out, it works pretty good. But anyway, let's look at SE Linux. Yeah, it's got more than just the system monitor and some setup and stuff. Okay, there's no SE Linux alerts. I didn't think there had been any. Oh, modifications. Okay, I guess those were done when I installed Chrome. I don't even use Chrome. I just keep it in case I need something. Let's look at the updates. Yeah. That's what I think is going wrong. So, of course, yeah, I could have started streaming from this operating system, and you'd be able to see it much better. But that would just mean resetting up everything. So I just didn't do that. Well, I didn't expect it to boot. That's not what I expected to be doing. But that's how it worked out. So, while that's doing its thing, I'm gonna be off here on the other machine. Oh, now it's back. I want to make sure my let me try to go ahead and do it anyway. Make sure that my stream is working. Yep, there's my kernel updates. Clam AV update. That was 0227. What? Oh, 0227. How come it's not showing? Today's updates. Oh, one package needs a system reboot. Huh. You can turn on automatic updates here, but it requires that you let it automatically reboot whatever time you set it to update. And I never know when I'm going to be on here day or night, and I don't want it to do that in the middle of a stream or something for sure. Update history, 0227. Don't understand. Last time I was in here, it had the newer, way newer updates than that. 1120, 1021. But I may do that then. Don't really need to do it. Let's check for updates from here. That's fine. I usually just do it in the terminal, but well, there's obviously something going on with the updates, and maybe that'll fix it. But I've done that before, and it hard shuts down the browser and everything. It doesn't shut it down nicely, and it'll have an error when it comes back usually. So it's better to shut it down normally, reboot it normally. I really don't understand. This may be an older kernel than I realize. No, they wouldn't have that in it. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. But it's still the only thing. But it's the history is all. I am on the older kernel. I've never played around in any of the older kernels. I never needed to. Okay, so I'm just going to get out of here. Before I reboot it, though, I'm going to look at some logs. Let's see. Okay, I forgot to check make sure the stream health is good and everything. Okay, I forgot to check okay, that's good. Make sure the stream health is good and everything. Now, back to what I was doing. Can't remember which mouse to get. Trying to put my bottom screen. I've got two, one down low and one up high, and I'm trying to. Especially, I've tried to do this and I couldn't get it working right. Well, I don't like using, like I said, I don't like using this other mouse. It's pretty hard for me. Okay, and this other keyboard even harder. Okay, so logs, log viewer, log in window, logs, and then where else? There's another one, I think. I'm pretty sure there's 3 of them. Oh, made it go away. Okay, there they are. They're all at the top. Log viewer. I don't remember which one is the one I want, so I'll just do whatever. Start at the top, work my way down. Okay. Put in my root user. Come on, mouse. This one does that. It gets lost a lot easier, too. Okay. Chrome, DNF, spooler, depackage, nothing in there, okay. Oh, that's very tiny. Okay. Not any better. I don't know that I'm going to be able to read any of this. I can do a search in there, but it won't help me if I can't read it. So I'm going to try the other one. I don't remember the name of that. I should have looked. Log file viewer, it's what it's called, but that's not always the name you need to look up to find it in the repos. Login window. Oh, that's login. We don't want to mess around with that. Yeah, I don't have a graphic login. But there's all the settings for it. I tried to set it up and get it to work, but I couldn't get it to work. And it might be that I just, you know, I could fix it. But I must have put in the wrong word last time. Okay, that what was it? Yeah, I already looked in log file viewer. Oh, that's login window. Okay. I thought there was another. System logs or something like that. Maybe I only see two. Okay, well, we'll try this one. Unable to read system logs. Pulse audio. That's about pulse audio. I just clicked on it. I didn't know it would do that, but that makes it big enough for me to read it at least. Okay. Still little. Some of these apps, I guess they're probably KDE apps, are not minding my settings on the size. I was trying to of the text and all that. So it's really small. Not doing anything. I don't want to mess with that. All right. I can almost read them. But it's not going to be system logs. Well, I wonder if there's... This is one of those weird apps with the weird view. Weird. This is probably a genome app, then Genome 3 app. Just a hardware. No. Well, that's everything right there. Let's see. Oh, failed. Looks like it says something about font. I'm too lazy to get up there. Let's see. Okay. That's still the pulse audio. Some of them bring up something and some of them don't. That's weird. Fuse mount. They'll do access mount. Permission denied. What should be that hard drive causing that? That USB hard drive. That would be run user 1000 GVF. Oh, GVFS. No, that's a different. That's network mounting. Usually, stuff that gets mounted in there is usually something on the network. A remote. Let's see if I remember right. And what's this? Dbus daemon. But I don't know when it was. I don't know if there's a date in there. System D1 exited with free desktop. Is it saying the desktop failed? Free desktop system D1 failed process. Okay, well, you know, you could do this forever. But if you know it needs a reboot, then let's do a reboot. Okay. And now I'm just going to do it normally. Okay. And yeah, I guess I better, if this doesn't work, then I'll go ahead and I'm going to, I was fixing to say, well, I will need to go look and see what the readout is. You can hit an error key. I just use the error keys because then you're more ready to navigate if you get a new screen that needs navigating in. But you can bring, anytime it's doing that little swirly thing, that with the Fedora swirly thing, you can see the terminal output by hitting a key, any key on the keyboard, I think. But the safe ones for sure are space bar and arrow keys up and down or left and right. But well, left or right might take you somewhere else right away as soon as you get in there, you know, sometimes, depending on where you're getting into, you know. But it's kind of a pretty blue. It looks blue. I can see that it looks blue on the this camera is so weird. It looks blue in my preview, so I guess that's what it looks like on the stream, but it's gray where it says, you know, this little dark box. It's gray. And it looks way better in real life, of course, but like, you know, the screen itself and all that. Actually, I don't see any. It looks like the backlighter showing through or something in the preview there quite a bit, but it doesn't look like that in real life. Anyway, it's really odd how it looks exactly just deep dark blue on the preview there, but on the in real life it's gray. And no, I don't think I'm colorblind or anything, so never was before today. But have to just wait. It's the server. It does take a bit to reboot. Hope it didn't just shut down. It's kind of taking a while. I did hit reboot, didn't I? As soon as I jump up, it'll be. Now this time I want to wait because it's going to be finishing installing something. That's usually the only reason that you know it needs to be rebooted to finish an update. There we go. Yeah, it was just taking longer than I expected. Probably because it was installing that. Oh, no. No, it hadn't got that far yet. It just took it that long to finish shutting down, I guess, and booting back up. Okay, good old ProLiant boot screen. And seen that all day today. Good temperatures, 25°C, 77 Fahrenheit. Oh, it says it does contain a valid system ROM backup. But then later, whenever right here, when it's fixing to show the P410i ILO controller, RAID controller, it says it had failed in the past, and okay. So that's weird, and they're separated by other information, so I don't use that. Yeah, I'm thinking of all different things that's going on at the same time here. All right, but it says it's the array accelerator is disabled, and what I gather from that 1024, that 1 gigabyte, there's a little backup, like a little ROM chip. Okay, let's just let it boot normally. That ROM chip is disabled, is what I'm gathering, but I haven't checked into it. I thought maybe the battery, there's a battery that makes that work, and thought maybe it had gone bad or something. No, it already looks exactly like it has been looking. And I think it'll just stay there. But let's wait a little bit this time because I don't want to, it might be finishing installing something in the background. Now, wouldn't that be something? I've just been interrupting that install all day long. I better leave it alone for a while. I didn't wait. I mean, sometimes you can just wait 20, 30 minutes, even 45 minutes, even an hour, and sometimes it's, normally it doesn't take just a minute or 2 to 5 minutes at the most. I have waited, 5, 10 minutes, I think, several times before I gave up on it. But I'm going to leave it right there, just sitting there like that. For all I know, it might fix itself. Now my mouse quit working. Oh, no, it didn't. I'm not supposed to be using the mouse because I was trying to control the other machine. So I'll get this keyboard out of the way so I don't accidentally hit something on it, mess things up. So let's get back on this machine here. On the other machine, the Lenovo i5, and check my video. Yeah, okay. Get the browser back open. I already have my Fedora 32 one that I used. I can overwrite that. I'm not going to be using that. And before I move on, I'll go ahead and check my stream, make sure it's working. Have to get the headset. Okay, stream health is excellent. And yeah, I do have the chat on. I turned it off for several months. Stream health is excellent. But I can't monitor it. The machine, I can't even handle that much, doing that much. But this machine couldn't handle it anyway. So if you try to say, it looks like nobody said anything, which is good because if they did, I'd never know it. So can't leave these windows open. I think that it actually caused trouble on the server, believe it or not, leaving it playing. Of course, it's playing it in 4K, not 1080p, and that it's 38 whatever by 21 something, so it's really high resolution. That is quite a bit, even for an 8 gig video card. And of course, on this Lenovo i5, I've got 256 megabyte of onboard video, and it'll still stream and serve, and it'll still do the the stream and all that stuff at 1080. Anyway, what do I want? Oh, Fedora, right? Okay, so I need to get off of here though. Get on to something that's not going to overwhelm the. Just do a search. There we go. Get Fedora. Well, I already know that it's kind of hard to find that stuff, so I'm going to use my bookmarks. I don't have Fedora 33 in here. Oh, I knew that. Well, it'll still take you to, yeah, there we go, Make Desktop. That'll probably take me to the 33 one. Oh, 32. No, it didn't. Okay. Well, let's go just straight to the site then. Workstation, server, IoT. I think if you go down to the bottom, yeah, here we go. Spins, labs, alternate downloads. I want spins. There we go. So, KDE, XFCE, LXQT, Mate, which is the one I want. What else we got? Cinnamon, LXDE, SOAS. I used to call that something else, I think. Mate. Okay, now, where is that? General links. Oh. Download now. I'm going to put the ISO on, yeah, it's 2 gigabyte. Hopefully it will fit. You know what? It may not fit. Oh, that's one reason why I went ahead and did my USB sticks are 2 gigabyte, but if the file is actually 2 gigabytes, they won't fit. They've got to be like, 1 or 2 megabytes smaller than that. That's not going to work. I can do it differently with a SD card or something. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and download it. I want to get the, okay. Oh, it's in the downloads folder. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that because that is really what I want. Verify your download. ISO. Okay, 33. That's a file checker. File BT. I can't think of the name of it, but anyway. Okay. I always forget. Well, I don't know the commands, so yeah, I need the commands. Let's see. What are we doing looking at 32? Where's 33? Didn't accidentally get 33, did I? 32 again, did I? What am I downloading? I wasn't paying a lot of attention. No, it's 33. Why am I looking at everything except for 33? I want to get the, well, let's click on the verify. I didn't, oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, 33. So you can just save those. Save as. Okay, now, and then follow the instruction. Installation guide. Well, I'm not really looking to install today. I'm looking to just boot the live. Well, actually, that is what I was going to do. I don't actually have a need to do that now, really. I just was kind of doing this while I just said, okay, I'll just do this while I'm waiting to see if that works. But, well, you got to wait long enough to, I haven't waited long enough all day. Only other thing I haven't done is unplug that hard drive, but I'm going to wait first. Let's see. Yeah, I've got everything unplugged now. Since I'm on the other machine, then that makes the Hewlett-Packard keyboard. But it's fine. It's working perfectly. There's nothing wrong with it. Import the GBG keys. Verify. Okay. Okay, that's all downloaded. So let's go ahead and move it over to my Fedora Linux folder. Create folder. Fedora 33 Fedora. Okay, now they are finished, right? Yeah, they're finished. Okay. Move these over there into the same folder. Now, I think, I think console causes trouble now. Well, we'll leave it, see if it works. Well, that would be bad. I think it locks. I think console got to locking up Crusader. I don't see any way to open terminal here though. It's really hard to go through all the directories. It seems okay so far. We'll try it. Okay, so let's import, do that. I can't remember what all I really need to do and what I don't. I don't know if I need to do the import part, but let's do it anyway. Import it. Actually, you probably do need to do that. Okay, now, and you can verify those GPG keys there if you want. I don't, okay. Verify that your checksum is valid. Oh, okay. That's verifying the checksum. Good signature. And if it's in that folder and you're in that folder with the terminal, then see, it'll check what's in that folder. Yeah, Fedora 33. Doesn't have a paid for signature. They don't do that with those. And they never have, and it's just really highway robbery anyway. Okay, now, there we go. Oops, I was going to do a search in there. Failed to open or read. Why? Maybe it's not done yet. Oh, it failed to open or read. See, that's what it does. May not be finished yet. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't done yet. I was in a hurry. Good signature for the GPG keys. Okay, there we go. There it is. Fedora 33 make compass is okay. There we go. That's what you need to do. Make sure it's okay. And I used to didn't always do that years ago now, but one time I downloaded Debian, thinking, well, you can trust these sites, and you can, but you can't always know whether or not somebody's broken into them and fouled them up, and that's what happened. Somebody replaced the good ISOs with a bad ISO, and I downloaded one that was bad. I don't remember what happened, maybe I did check it, and that's how I found. Oh, I think I did, and that's how I found out. I don't remember, or it wouldn't work right or something. And anyway, I found out. And the old server is still just sitting there as it was. And I've done several videos. Like I said, they're not online yet, but I'll upload them and make it a series. But it looks exactly the same. But let's see. So I've got my ISO ready now, and on the desktop. Okay. I wonder if you can do that. All right, click open with. No, I don't see it. Okay, so I'm going to go open. Oh, I need to go and delete those files off of that USB stick. I don't think it's going to fit because it's exactly 2 gigabyte. But we can try it. I don't know. It's kind of waste of time though if it doesn't work. Let's go look at that USB stick. Let's see. At least I'll show you what I'm talking about. I don't see it. And I know it's mounted. There it is right there. That might be it. Oh yeah, I forgot it has it. No, that wasn't it. It has its weird. Oh yeah, you have to use that. This is Fedora, and it doesn't just use FAT32 file system. It divides it all up and does all kinds of things. I can see this, and that's all. That's just the thing. That's one reason why that happens. But it's only 64 megabytes. You know, just like any other drive, the 2 gigabyte USB stick is it's one point. It's like point 1.98 or something like that. Anyway, but that I can't take off there. But it's only 64. If you take, I've tried it hard. You know, I've got it to go off, and then when you unplug it and plug it back in, it all just comes back. You just can't override it. Oh, there it is. And then this is the Fedora, but you don't actually need to take it off. That's the Fedora 32 that I had used to install on the server with. But that is the I was trying to see what the name of it was. It's net install. Yeah. So anyway, and then there's the backup drive. Okay, so I always like to keep it to where I can keep an eye on my backup file, my video, in case anything goes wrong with my stream. So I think I'll close that though, because system. I'm pretty well sure. I don't think it'll tell you ahead of time, but we'll see. Let's see. Media Fedora Media Writer. There it is. Okay, now, and it's really odd if you make. I like to make all my. Yeah, see, it says you need to restore this USB stick. It says already has something on it. Do you want to restore it to factory settings? That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. It's not going to restore it to factory settings. It's going to format it to FAT32, and that's not the factory settings of USB sticks and SD cards for years now. They use I think XFAT or something, another different Microsoft system. But anyway, and it'll download Fedora 33 and do it for you. But what I do is use a custom image. I always forget that you can just go there and do that. Okay, so I'm going to reclaim space. Wait, I want to make sure I'm doing the. Uh-oh, I lost it. You got to be seriously careful that you know what drive you're doing that on, or you will destroy your hard drive or your big old backup drive or something. Should see it again. Yeah, SanDisk Cruiser Pattern. Okay, I know for sure that nothing else on here is named SanDisk Cruiser Pattern, so I can do that. Restore. Okay, now I can go and use my custom image that I already downloaded. And there it is, the 33. But it's 2.1 gigabytes. I can open it. I don't know if it's going to tell me that it won't fit or not. And you got to make sure it's. See, I could ruin my. Well, it would just write it to it. Actually, wouldn't. Well, no, it would. It would reformat that whole thing, and waste all the rest of that 5 terabyte drive. But this is not going to do me any good, because I know for sure that. Yeah, I remember. I've tried it several times. I forget and do it, but the drive will be ready to use now. It's actually unmounted right now. Looks like. You know, only that little U3 system is mounted. Let's go ahead and get. Just tell it I want to eject it. So what I can do is get my USB stick. I'll show you what drive I've got here. Let's see. Yeah, let's just do Endoscope. So this is what I've been talking about, a SanDisk Here's your pattern. Like I had the lid on it backwards or something. Really old one, 2 gigabyte, and I've got 2 of them. But what I'm going to do is, now I'm not going to use that. That's, you know, that's the regular ones like you put in your phone. But I'm going to put it in another adapter I have that actually came with another brand of SD cards. If you have one of the, you know, that on your computer, then you can use that adapter. But one good thing is it sees it as a USB drive when you put it in this other one. I'll put it in there first because I can't really do it over there. But so, you know, you just slide it in there, right in there, and it's really loose in this. Only the brand that came with it is tied in there like it should be. So I put a little tape on it. Now I'm going to go get over there and swap them out. Yeah, I'm beginning to think I've done it about long enough. Waiting on that. I had to do it in the back of the machine there because I had my cameras in the front. Got it. Jumped up with that, with my phone plugged into the charger, one on the other. I'm talking. You're hearing me mumble in the background. I forgot I wasn't on a wireless mic. I could have got on it. Anyway, go back to the desktop again. Okay, I'll go back to Fedora Media Router. This may be the only way I can end up fixing it. Not all what I had planned for today, but be a little. Okay, custom image. Wait, oh, it didn't see that. I guess because it's a FAT32. Okay, let's see what happens here. See if it sees it. Okay, it does see it, 125 gigabyte. But you also, I have that, so you got to be very careful that you don't get your backup drive if you have one or any other kind of USB. 125 gigabyte. So it didn't see anything for it. Well, it's formatted FAT32 and it's got, I don't actually know, I didn't think to look what was on there. What is on there? Let me see what's on there first. I don't think that would have hurt anything. I don't think it's written anything to it yet. Let's go look and see. Just remembered that I don't believe I have anything on it that's important, but let's make sure. Oh, okay. I had that Fedora 11 thing. I was playing with that. Oh, and it had been in a camera, I guess. Yeah. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And we'll see if it's going to get rid of that. But we'll probably see how it does that, what it does to it. Okay. So, it's a bit of work for the machine to do that, so. Custom image. Fedora 33, Mate desktop, 125 gigabyte. It shows slightly different sizes in different applications. That's another reason why you need to really pay attention. But yeah, okay. Write to disk. Okay. I'm not even sure if that was right. Wasn't. Okay. Okay. Okay, now, what? Oh, I was too slow doing that. Okay, but it could do it again. 125 gigabyte. There. Yeah, now it's writing. You know, I think this app works better in Fedora. What is this? Fedora 23, I think. I think it works better in this than it does in Fedora 32. Yeah, that doesn't tell me what. This one doesn't tell me what. See, it's working pretty good, the machine. This is a quad core with. Oh, and don't go off of the window. That will not come back. Dadgummit. I knew there was something I shouldn't do. Yeah, you can still tell when it's done and everything. But don't hit enter on your keyboard or anything if it gets like that, because what it'll do is reboot the machine, I think. And you don't want to, well, I definitely don't want to do that because I'm live streaming, but, oh, and it follows you as well. Isn't that special? Now it's only got the, yeah, this has always been buggy as heck. I don't know why. You'd think that an app that they named Fedora Media Writer, that it was evidently written by Fedora, and somebody on their team would make it work. And it's always been like that. It used to, I couldn't even use it years ago. I used to use other apps, but then when they changed the way it does it, it divides it up, partitions it off, and makes it, instead of doing FAT32, it makes it XT4 and stuff, and does all kinds. It just does it really different than the other distros do it. I was gonna flip on over to something else, and then I forgot. So the machine with the blurry white up there, the server itself, the one I'm trying to fix, it doesn't look to me like it's going to do anything. I think I may as well give up on that, but I'm needing a break really bad now, so, and I've lost my little application. It's followed me around. I hate when they do that. Now it's in the way of my error. Was not writable. I don't know what's happened with that. I usually don't try to do it on an SD card, but I'm gonna go because I have to have a break, and then I'll probably come back and try to figure things out. All right, bye.